What's going on, you guys? This is the Minimalist Podcast of Tech and News, where I bring to you an analytical spin so that you can make sense of the world. Today's podcast, since number 17, is the vaping ban. And if you haven't been following the news, President Trump is actually looking to ban all flavored items. If not, I say most bans with the U.S. administration. They're going to be focusing on removing things like menthol, things that may seem fruity, flavorful, great looking, I guess, tastes great. And of course, what's the hype? Why are we paying attention to this? Well, as you already heard, 153 cases known. I say known cases of vaping, right? So illnesses, things like pulmonary illnesses, diseases. This is something that's real. Now, while we're talking about this, we have known, or we didn't know, but now we're seeing the effects of vaping. Given that I'm here to also defend myself and also defend those who choose to vape as well. I know it's kind of like half-ass backwards, but I want you to know that vaping is not a safe thing, given that it's a better alternative to your traditional cigarettes. Yes. But I'm here to tell you that if you are looking to get out of your traditional cigarettes and go into something safer, to have one or two chemicals put in to your body, this is one method to do it. However, for those who have never vaped, but then decide to vape and then decide to throw in nicotine or a mix of some type of cannabis, I think there's an idea behind that it is safer because it's used with natural products. Of course, you're not going to go ahead and stick in dirt into your mouth or poison ivy just because it's natural and earth-like, right? So hear me out. I think what the United States is doing, and I think they're up in arms right now, they don't want to fall behind like they did with cigarettes. Cigarettes used to be an open thing, right? So cigarettes was always hey, do you want smoking or non-smoking? Do you want vaping or non-vaping section? You see what I mean? Like, we don't want to go back to that. 153 cases of known illnesses, 6 deaths already in the United States. It's only been 5 years since we've heard about this vaping issue, given that some of you guys may be oblivious to even know what this is. But I'm not here to tell you what to do or what not to do with yourself or your body. It is important for you to get educated on what vaping is, and I think we're now seeing that. And I don't want the United States to fall behind. I think what they're doing is that they're leaning forward, as they should. I think it's very important to keep that in mind, that this isn't to say what you can or cannot do. I think what the companies are doing is very, very strategic, and it's very smart of them to do. If you look at Juul in one of these particular cases, they had decided to use the same color schemes as your traditional cigarette companies. So if you look at the colors, I'm not here to tell you where you can get this, but if you look up Juul and the colors that they were using, the color schemes that they were using in the past. So think of it like this. Camel cigarettes. It was cool to smoke. You always had Newport billboards, huge. And I'm not that much older, and I can definitely remember the time there was a huge billboard of cigarettes, just a lady and a guy just laughing, just doing that number, you know? But we have fallen. The United States has fallen behind, and a lot of the money that's being spent against cigarettes is probably going to be the same amount of money lobbying towards e-cigarettes and things like vaping. But this is for me to just tell you that I'm not against you doing what you need to do with your body. This is your body. This is your temple. But when companies are actually advertising to people who are of age, even though some of the vaping products come with no nicotine, they come as low as 3 milligrams, and they go as high as whatever. It doesn't matter. I think like 50 milligrams. That is a lot, but it's very small for a person. Now, 3 milligrams is a lot for a person who's never had nicotine. Given if you smoke a cigarette, you're probably going to get whatever milligrams of tobacco plus, or nicotine plus whatever chemicals they added to the tobacco. Let me fix this camera angle here. What you need to know about cigarettes, you can look it up. There's plenty of things, plenty of artifact that's out there that you can look. But my argument here would be, do you want to have something that's a foreign object and put into your body? You could honestly answer that question with a straight up no, you don't. However, we do things every single day that we put things in our body and we're like, hey, is this normal for me? So think about Coca-Cola, think about juices, think about other things that just really don't, like cookies. We want to say, well, if it's a cookie, why would it be bad for me? Well, you could definitely look down the line of what's in a cookie: the sugars, the carbs, things like it spikes your insulin. And you might say, well, it's in moderation. But vaping in moderation too wouldn't have led anybody into this particular case that we're in. 153 cases known. Now, I'm breathing pretty hard. I'm not even a vapor, just to kind of put it out there. I don't vape. I don't believe in vaping, but that's just my personal opinion. Do I believe in having something foreign in my body? No. I don't believe that anyone should put themselves in harm, but we do, just like driving, right? We do it every single day, but the more we do it, the more acceptable we become to or prone to car accidents. It's going to happen in our lifetime. But this is no here nor there. But this is me just simply just talking out loud and having a conversation with you guys. This is an open dialogue. I want to have an educated argument with you, or at least throw your feedback. I definitely want to hear about this and what you actually think about vaping. And if you think I'm overreacting, please just shoot me an email. Please just shoot me a text here on Instagram. And I definitely want to hear about it. I want to also put this out there. If you do decide to throw a comment, make sure that it's a meaningful one, because I've seen some really harsh, mean comments in other people's Instagram saying you're stupid, you're dumb. But it's not me particularly, but I'm just throwing it out there. And if you do decide to throw something out there, I'm going to ask for your permission to go ahead and put your comment into this here. Either on Instagram, or I'll read it out loud, or I decide to put you in the podcast. Either way, we'll go that route. But until then, I'll talk to you guys later.